So you're on the tree. Music. There's African music here. Tree starts to grow up. There's this music called spirituals. You've heard songs like Wade in the Water. You heard songs like that? Steal Away. They used to call them old Negro spirituals. They were some of the very first songs that were created by the new Americans. Their very first songs. Then time came on, the tree got older, the tree grew, music called blues. Blues was the early music, folk music. Then the tree got older through time, we're coming up through time, and there was music called jazz, gospel, so forth, rock and roll, R&B. If I'm a tree, what's the newest part of me? Hip-hop. Brand new leaves on the tree will be hip-hop. Is the tree going to keep growing?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll probably keep growing. Well, how can you tell that that comes from Africa? Well, if you train your ear and you listen, you can see the similar ways when music was sung in traditional African music, and then you listen to hip-hop and you can find the connections. Or if you listen to Beyonce, there are actually connections. And those connections, I'd like you to write this down. Afro Music Distinctions. Afro Music Distinctions. These, now you won't have to write all of these down because again, this would take us a long time to explore all of these. But they're just a couple important points that I'd like you to know. Think of all of these building blocks, and I can think of off the top of my head a couple dozen. Think of all of these, each one of these is like a Lego or building block to building music. So, the first one is music is a part of everyday life. Music is a part of everyday life. In traditional African music, music was woven into all parts of life. Like I meet people who say, in the United States, I meet people who say, I don't sing. I don't ever sing. I don't dance. How many people here don't sing? Oh, I got you. How many people here, oh, I wish I could get my hands on you all for a month. Man, you'd be singing like Dio. Anyway, come to my class. Okay, how many people here, somebody told you never to sing? They told you that? They told you forget about it. Imagine living in a place where everyone sang and dancing, and singing and dancing were the same thing. There was no singing without dancing, no dancing without singing. It was just part of the culture. And it's not just in Africa. I've traveled around, and two of my favorite places, I visited the Philippines. And the Philippines, you know, traditionally, if a guy's gonna ask a girl to marry him, he's got to sing a song to her. He's got to do it with the guitar, just like Romeo or something. He's got to sing to her. It's traditional. And in Italy, I was in heaven in Italy. I was in heaven. We're sitting outside, eating food, and 3 generations of people just eating and singing. I was in heaven. And then I was on the Eurail in Italy. I was on the train. I was on the train. Now this is a big old train, and I'm sitting on the train, and the engineer, the conductor, the engineer, they stopped the train, and when it stopped, they came back to me, and they said, "I hear you are an American singer," and I said, "Yes, I am. Please sing." Wow, that would never happen in the United States. So different places, people have different cultures about singing, different ideas about singing and about dancing. When I was in the Philippines, all of the boys danced. I mean, on stage, danced. And so we have an idea, and it's not the only idea. Back in Africa, just imagine where everyone sang, everyone danced together. There's no such thing as an audience. That one I'd like you to write down. There's no such thing as an audience. This is one way that ties all black music together. For the most part. It might not be true with black classical music. But for the most part, that means that when people are performing traditionally in African American music, you don't sit there like this. If you go to a hip hop concert, people are not going to do like this in the audience. If you did like that, they'd say, "What's up, Minneapolis? What's up, Robbinsdale? Are you asleep?" They'd say, you be, come on, yeah, you know. That's the way it is. If you go to a traditional, a black Southern Baptist church, when the preacher's preaching, the congregation is going to be responding. Yeah, yeah. Let's practice that. Let's practice that. Here we go. So I got something to tell you. Yeah. You don't hear me? You don't know what I'm saying. I'm looking way down. Way down. Oh, you don't hear me. Let me hear you say, yeah. So it's a community. Now, I guarantee you, if you are looking back in history, I guarantee you, and if you look back even today, at musics that have their roots in the African American experience, you will see that. There's no such thing as an audience. There are a lot of these. I love all of these. But what I want to do again is focus on just a few of them.